Boy, oh boy. Hey, oh, these carrots are divine. You get a dozen for a dime. It's magic. Boom. What's up? Yo. What's up, people? I've been working. He said, where you been? So much been happening. I don't be triggered by the ghetto, I don't know, the ghetto algorithm and shit. I just cover shit that I feel is pertinent or that I have some type of expertise to be speaking upon. I ain't gonna just jump on every topic. He said, that dude is crazy. I know he's crazy. Y'all know I know he crazy. I'm waiting for some more people to get in. That's my ring light. The ring light says someone is moving. What's going on? All right. He said he's smoking. I blame it on the drugs. Keith Murray has found his lane. You seen how he was dressed? He's fried turkey. He's fried turkey. Tay, what's up? I ain't seen you in a minute. I didn't want to judge, but Lord knows I was thinking he's fried turkey. Y'all remember back in the day, they used to Redman. Yeah, Redman used to rap about it. Keith too. Smoking the Ba ZEE. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? I gotta be transparent with y'all tonight. I'm gonna tell y'all everything. I always knew he was a live wire, but this is corny. Um, he's probably going a little bit overboard. He definitely got the airwaves to himself right about now. He's running neck and neck with Charleston White. He said headbanger boogie. Keith looked bad out here. He making his generation look terrible. He said the crazy part is he been doing this type shit for years. He's gone Pluto. Keith Murray is fried turkey. He's fried. He's been fried for years, man. Um, he's fried off of a substance called Ba ZEE, which I suspect to be angel dust. I suspect it to be angel dust, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. He said that's dust. I'm gonna tell y'all why. I'm gonna tell y'all how I know. Y'all know how I know, right? How would I know? Just think. How would I know? His buddy used to be on the show all the time. his buddy, his good buddy used to be on the show all the time. Y'all remember? Marley G. Remember Marley G used to be on. Oh, y'all remember? Oh my goodness. Y'all remember Marley G? Marley was here for a period of time, man. Shh. Jamal and Keith, they kind of like the same breed and shit. They kind of be like, they like running neck and neck. I don't know who's worse. Um, for a long time, Jamal was tolerable. You could tolerate him a little bit. Well, I could. Um, I was warned that the day was coming when I wouldn't be able to tolerate him. And that's how I know about Keith. That's how I know about Keith. He said that's exactly what I was thinking. We call it Sherm out here. He said, yeah, anyway, me and Maul used to kind of like live with me and shit. Or let's say whenever he stumbled, if he stumbled or something like that, he would seek refuge with me. And it just got worse and worse over a period of time, man, where I had to step away from him. But that Keith Murray, what you looking at, that is the results of the Ba ZEE. Many years, probably 25 years of smoking it since the 90s. And them niggas is fried turkey, man. I believe Redman probably, it didn't get him like that, but he was a part of it. Remember Prodigy was saying, you know, you niggas talking all this crazy shit about how much weed you smoke and all this crazy shit. Y'all remember that? Niggas talking all this space shit. But yeah, I know from being around Maul, he said Red stuck to the weed. Yeah, Method Man probably rescued him. Took him back to the weed. Y'all like the video? He said, what is Ba ZEE? Marijuana, weed, ganja? You would have to ask someone, I imagine, from either New Jersey or Long Island. He said in Connecticut they call it Takal. He said you couldn't save him. You tried. He said, yeah, Keith is out there. DC too. They called it Love Boat in DC in the 80s and shit. He was at my high school high in 2000s halfway house program in New Haven. He's going heavy, man. He's going really hard, man. He popped off on Foxy Brown, talked about eating Shauna pussy. Keith was popping for a minute, man. Keith had a good run. Probably could have been longer. He said, I'm from that era, never smoked. Legion of Doom was a problem. It's PCP. Don't we all have an Uncle Apple in the family? Hell nah. He said if he keeps smoking, he'll be the space cadet of 2023. He's already up there. He seems to be pissing somebody off. The most recent video that he spoke about, he was talking about, he said, I'm going to have to call Mark Curry and ask him about this part of the story. He said he was there when I knew what he was talking about. He said Platinum House. When he said Platinum House, I said, that's Mark and them club. And then he said, G from Detroit. G has been interviewed on this platform. He's from Detroit. He ran with Mark Curry. They was good buddies. Platinum House was a club attached to their rim shop in Atlanta. I knew when he started talking about that, he was talking about the Jake situation. Jake Robles was killed at Platinum House in Atlanta, not by Anthony Wolf Henderson, as was reported on that BMF documentary, not by him, by a guy who he's passed away now. I believe his name was Jason. He passed away, but Keith Murray says apparently that same night, the Suge smacked the shit out of Puff. That's probably what got his man clapped, though. That's probably what got his man clapped that night, because to my knowledge, Puff was made to feel uncomfortable, and that wasn't good. Boom, boom, boom. He said the people you interview either was afraid of telling you or they just wasn't there. I don't know what you're talking about, fam. I know people smoked that shit and never came back. Seen a dude jump off a roof. Yeah, he said Suge smack Puff. I never heard about that part. I'm gonna have to ask Mark. I'm gonna have to call Mark. Say, you didn't tell me Suge smack Puff that night. That could have been what the gunfire was about. He said, damn, you be knowing everything. I just was kind of Mark Curry knows everything about Puff. He was there. He was there. He said, y'all trying to play Murray. Murray is high as giraffe pussy right now. He's raising a lot of eyebrows, but I don't. That Suge smack and Puff that night. That's new. I ain't heard that one yet. I'm gonna have to call and confirm that. He said he working off of one brain cell. The boom boom. He said he kind of playing himself. He don't care. Keith Murray always been a live wire. He was a live wire in the 90s. Him misbehaving, this ain't nothing new. He said, I know y'all heard before. Keep your motherfucking hands to yourself. He said, that boy is crazy. Why does Drew Down get a pass, but everyone goes at Keith Murray? Drew Down was talking about Faith and Tupac. Keith Murray is what they call pillow talking. Talking about women sexually and shit like that. That ain't really cool this day and age. Shit. Peace. Is he lying? I don't know about Puff getting smacked by Suge, but that is a real person. I know him. He's from Detroit, and they used to own the Platinum House. They owned a rim shop in Atlanta too, and they were really really good friends with Eric Sermon. So Keith would be around them guys because of Eric Sermon and shit. So everything he says, he's saying is dead on. But shit, the smacking part, it's out there now. Seemed like he is telling the truth. Thus makes you courageous. He got a book coming out. He said, you tripping. Drew Down telling worse than Keith. Reggie Rice said he never heard Suge say smack Puffy. I just asked him 5 minutes ago. I never heard that part either. I never heard that. Mark never told me that. He told me everything about that incident. He even showed me the picture of the chick that Wolf and Big Meech had differences about. She was a light-skinned chick. She wasn't even all that bad. Drew Down said he was taking down Foxy while Corrupt was on stage. Foxy gave a lot of... She was giving that pussy up on both coasts, huh? Foxy gave that pussy... Ooh-wee. The ill Nana. She was serious about that, huh? Oh, she said you glitching. I'm sorry. All right. The ill Nana. Yeah, she was giving that pussy up. Corrupt. DMX. Drew Down. Jay-Z. Haitian Jack. Man. Part truth, part super hype, but he's king gone. I hit the like, but I got to get back on the road, get back to my Truckers podcast. I got a podcast too. It's called The Dribble. It's available on all streaming sites. Look it up by Gully TV, man. I ride with you on the road. Spragga Benz. He said Foxy was too young. God damn. Spragga Benz. That was her boyfriend, I believe. Damn. Well, we know she was serious about that. All that pussy talk, she was serious about that shit. Even though some of the dudes from Harlem are usually snitches, they have some dudes who are officials. So Puff getting hit by Suge is not happening because he keep them officials with him. They said she got a white liver. She was young too. Yeah, she was definitely young with Hove and I believe Haitian Jack. Pillmatic available on all streaming sites. I ain't got no opinion on I really don't got no opinion about that Takeoff's killer. I don't know what's going on in Houston, man. Unfortunate situation. Texas, man. I don't know their laws and shit. I know that dude. I believe they say he killed before. He ain't like no sucker nigga, nothing like that. Do you think Keith Murray is broke? I'm not at liberty to speak on his finances. I don't know. It's been a long time since he had a hit record. Something that I know about having a record, I got my own record, is that you got to be a whale to make any profit in music. So very, very few people can convince me that they're making a living doing music. The revenue probably is generated through shows and shit like that, but streaming, especially somebody like Keith Murray, ain't nothing up. He said, if you got to think about whose top was better between Foxy and Superhead, that say a lot about Foxy. He said, Shauna, my Shauna, my Shauna. He said, she's voluptuous. Are you buying Keith Murray's book? I normally enjoy the books written by the hip hop artists. I bought quite a few. I noticed there's no recent photos of Foxy either. I think she's gained a lot of weight. If you don't see pictures of somebody, they either gaining weight or they skinny. Do you think Keith Murray has any classic albums? His debut was a classic. His debut was really good. Keith Murray had real good music. He had a dope song called Incredible with LL Cool J. Keith had a nice run. He had a run. That debut album was fire. Crazy single. Most beautifulest thing in the world. Then he had I Get Lifted, I believe was the other one. He said no doubt I go back and listen. First album classic. Yeah. Is he a legend? Is Keith Murray a legend? I don't know if he was around long enough to be a legend, but I know that he was highly revered. I know that at a point in time when he first came out, rappers were scared of that nigga lyrically. When he first came out, he was spitting some shit. Niggas didn't want none of that for about a year or something like that. He had a mystique with him. He was talking big shit too. You gotta listen to him on, I believe, Who Shot You with LL. I believe he on that. You gotta listen to him on Full Cooperation, Def Squad. He said that prison time slowed him up. Real animated. Ain't he from Long Island? I know that he was wild. Niggas are scared of him. He said, my verbal combat like a mini Mac to your back. He wrote for Eric Sermon and rap alongside Redman. I've already interviewed Aguilar several times. He's on my album. He said, I think he on Fatty Girl with LL. Yeah, he's the one that said, good God, goodness gracious, God almighty. Girl, you got a badonkadonk. Don't hurt nobody. He the one that said, yeah, he's on Fatty Girl. He killed that shit. Hold on, man. Hold on. Put some respect on Murray's name. I'm sorry. Put some respect on his name. He's went toe to toe with the wild dudes, man. Like LL and all of them. He's been on songs with them whales. He's a he's a whale. Redman. He's a whale. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to. He the one that said, goodness gracious, God Almighty, girl, you got a badunkadonk. Don't hurt nobody. Y'all remember that? He said facts. Yeah, that was Keith. He's on. He said, yeah, he a problem. He said, and he could fight. Yeah, he's a problem kid. Like I think he stayed in trouble and shit like that. He should have trademarked badonkadonk. He the once he lost money on badonkadonk. That got away. He said he was fresh out. Badonkadonk is from Keith. Enigma, special delivery. Murray always reminded me lyrically of an East Coast corrupt. Great comparison. House Party with R. Kelly. Yeah. Yeah, he do got that joint with R. Kelly. He said that boy done lost his mind. That's why he was hard to beat on the Def Jam Vendetta. He's an all-star, but not a legend. Nah, not a legend. He said, what's up with Molly G? I ain't seen Maul in a minute. He down in Atlanta somewhere. Last time I seen Maul was high off that dust. And we got the tussling in front of Shaheem and shit. He embarrassed me and shit. That's the last time I seen Maul. Oh, I'm sorry. Who Shot You with that? Who Shot You with LL? He on the Who Shot You with LL and Prodigy, I believe. Shauna responded. 1995 freestyle. Keith Murray is all over the doo-wop 95 live CD too. I'll be stuck on the alley in Cali, drinking Don P. Keith Murray, sitting on top of the world. Peace to Philly. Y'all remember that? That's on Doo-Wop Live. He said, what about Headbangers? Keith had a joint with Total too. He was an A-list rap star for a minute, man. He spun out of control and shit. I know that they didn't want to. Niggas wasn't trying to rap against him. Like he was. Niggas was scared of Keith Murray, yo. He was. He said, I shot you. Murray net worth is $2 million. He's on LL and Biggie's original Who Shot You. Mobb Deep Man Down. They talking about Murray on there. Going to jail hurt him. Doo-Wop Live. That's a classic CD mixtape. I believe that's my favorite mixtape ever. When I met DJ Doo-Wop, I told him that too. I Shot You's LL, Foxy Brown, Prodigy, Keith Murray, Fat Joe. Mary J. Blige interlude. He's an A-list. He was too consistent. He was getting high, man. He always had substance abuse shit going on, man. Them niggas are smoking dust. Rapper's Delight remake in 1997. They killed that shit. Killed it. Did people like Def Squad El Nino album? I did. That was a tour. Survival of the Illest tour. He was on that. He said Cannabis would have tried Keith. That's a good one. Why rappers be garbage after jail? It didn't affect Shaheem. Shaheem did about 8 or 9 years, came back out. I believe he's better rapping now than he was before he went to jail. What y'all think? Keith or Red, who you got? I like Keith. Murray had a strong run in 95. Where's Eric Sermon on your list? Legendary, EPMD. He said, I seen him in London back in the 2000s. I got him some weed. Pillmatic on all streaming sites. Thank you, Pee Wee. He was part of classic hip hop moments. Put Visine in my eyes so no one can tell. Look myself in the mirror, you high as hell. Shaheem is still solid, and I still play Shaheem's Rugged up to Man-Child. What's your opinion on working out with power bands instead of plates? Power bands is going to burn, you're going to get burnt up. You'll be a lot more cut up fucking with the bands, but you ain't going to get no size unless you lift heavy weight. Who you think will win a battle between Fat Joe and Keith Murray? Keith Murray. They just put out a, if you follow me on Instagram, I just posted a picture of the top rap albums from November of 1997 to December of 1998. The top 10. It's, hold on, I could read it for you. Jay-Z is number 1. Hold on. Call it what you want. What is the... Hold on. Okay. 1998, the top 10 albums between November 1997 and November 1998. Jay-Z in My Lifetime, Volume 1. Outkast. Aqueminize, number 2. Master P, The Last Don. Big Punisher, number 4. Gangstar, Moment of Truth, like I told y'all. Number 5. Lauryn Hill, number 6. DMX, number 7. N.O.R.E. album, number 8. Lost by 8 Ball. And Harlem World by Mace. I told y'all. He said Fat Joe versus Keith. Nah, Keith gonna body him. I did like Shaheem. Remember Jamal, they was young and killing it. Good evening, everybody. Appreciate y'all for coming through. I know I got on here late. Keith Murray, his goddamn mind. He's high, he's fried turkey. I've been around a couple of them Death Squad niggas. They pretty rowdy bunch of shit. But I know the history, because Jamal told me the history. They all of that how high shit, they was living up to that. They was. He said Lost by 8 Ball was underrated. I forgot about The Last Dawn. He said, whose list is that? That list come from the source. 1998. Get Keith Murray on Pillmatic Part 2. Man, Keith's big business right now, man. People want to hear Keith talk. He ain't viral right now for rapping. Viral for running his mouth. Keith Murray did time out here in Connecticut back in the day. You don't even hear Keith music in NYC. Probably on the radio. That was a 3-disc by 8 Ball. Keith gonna be taxing for features after this. Good evening, everybody. We keep kicking it about Keith Murray. He's going buck wild on The Art of Dialogue. The most recent interview where he speaks about Puffy being smacked by Suge Knight. I happen to have some insight on that. I don't know if the smacking ever happened, but that club, Platinum House, that's where Jake Robles was killed at. And he said that it might have been the same night. I heard part of Keith's new album last year. It's way better than I thought. He still sounds the same. I I still have my collection of Source and Double XL magazines, Years of Memories. I would hold on to those. I got a box full of Source and Double XL too. I don't plan on doing that with them no time soon. My man Keith needs to tighten up. Keith wordplay was crazy. Jake getting killed set off a lot of shit. Contrary to what was mentioned on the recent BMF documentary, Jake didn't kill Jake An- Anthony Wolf Jones did not kick. He did not kill Jake Robles. Um, you could go listen to Gene Deal. Listen to one of Gene Deal's most recent interviews. He speaks about it. It wasn't Jake. I mean, it wasn't Wolf. People been saying it was Wolf for all these years. It wasn't him. It was a cat. It was a cat named Jason. He's dead, by the way. He ended up getting killed a few weeks later. He said Murray looked bad. I never, I never heard anybody say Superhead Head was average. He said, nah, it wasn't Wolf. Nope. He was geeking off Superhead. He was ready to show the interview was his man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he was bugging with that. Suge was the king of the isolated incident era. Nothing to be proud of. Gene Deal stories never changed. Shout out your IG again. Got some flicks rapping your PA knit. Oh, okay. I said www. At I am Gully TV _ Send them through, man. I'll put you on the website. Appreciate you. There's been some discrepancies as of late behind the popularity of the crochet cap. We all know who started it. It don't matter who these niggas buy it from. It really don't. We know who started it. We know where it started at. It's been here for many years. I see niggas in the comments talking about my grandmother been crocheting for 50 years and all of this crazy shit. Your grandmother ain't getting no money, man. And if she want to get some money, tell her to come get down with the dribble. I didn't already. I took over the third floor of a nursing home. I got some of the most disciplined and highly skilled crochet artists in the world and shit. But I'm just telling y'all, y'all keep talking about y'all granny. Tell her to come join my mob. Straight up. He said, as much as brothers talk, it be a lot of gunplay in the streets over females. Suge and Puff was beefing over a broad. I think they was fucking each other's broads. Dun, dun, dun. Murray was spitting crazy on El Nino in 98. Our brother Keith is very ill right now. While we are talking about him needing help, who is offering it? Don't let Keith be another Black Rob. That's going to be left up to the people surrounding Keith, his close family and friends and shit. We don't know Keith personally. I never met Keith Murray and shit. This is I don't know, like a tan. Like a tan. This is a nightcap. My mother crochets. That don't mean she made it a fashion statement for men. Exactly. Y'all know who made it a fashion statement. Always beating these niggas to the punch. But, you know, it's part of being a trailblazer. I ain't bothered by it. Basketball is a team sport and shit. What I come to y'all with the pill, I ain't got no problem passing it off. Javante Davis is in some trouble, some domestic trouble. I don't know what's up with him right now. He said, got them old ladies crocheting with no top on like Nino Brown. The lyrical lexicon. Keith Murray or Sheik Luch? Keith Murray. Girl lies, said he didn't hit her. Oh, smart move. I already had I already had the masks and shit, man. I sold a few to a couple people and shit. I ain't never rock. I'm too cute to put a mask on my face. I'm just, this is my money maker. I would never cover this up. But I've had those joints straight up. This shit was birthed in Pennsylvania. The first niggas y'all seen with them was the Roots, niggas like that. 100% cotton. Some of them got a cotton polyester blend, but nah, all cotton. Detroit Quan. Long time no see, my nigga. How you been? Peace to Malik B. Marvin Gaye is from Washington, D.C. Keith needs to slow down. I just wanted to give y'all a little nightcap, man. People was asking me what's going on with Keith Murray. I'm telling you what it is. He's dusted out of his mind. Go listen to their old music. They used to be talking about some shit called smoking the Ba ZEE. Him and Redman and Marley G was a part of it. And they was fried turkey. And there's not a lot left. He said Blue Boy didn't last a year. He didn't want to be out here. He did his thing, came out here and told the world that he killed Larry Davis. Where's everybody at who was saying trade Russell Westbrook? Yeah, fried turkey, man. Smoking angel dust. Peace to you, God. You see Scheme Team show his pistol on live last night. Nothing that these niggas do on live stream surprises me because some of these dudes ain't got no options. Some of these dudes don't got no contacts. Some of these dudes don't got no potent content. It I just don't know what to say. I'm done knocking these niggas' hustles, man. Like, whatever these niggas do, it's a dude right now, just made a video about me a few days ago, said that, like, me and him was arguing. I don't even know this cat. Never met him before, never had no interaction with him. And I'm looking at this video, I'm like, I don't even know you, my nigga. How you set up your lights and cameras and get on here and tell a lie about me? I don't even know you. And I don't have anything against you. You black just like me. So where's the fucking disconnect? Where's the problem between you and I? You dig what I'm saying? These niggas don't have no class. They'll try anything. So, you know, if he pulled out his gun, that's probably because that's all he had. Do you listen to Unique Mac audio prison stories? I have. Can you imagine someone writing an imaginary beef? It's a nigga on it. Yeah, hell yeah. It's people in the comments like, yo, man, Gully don't even know you, fam. He ain't said nothing about you. I'm reading the comments and shit. They didn't buy it. But this is something that niggas is trying. Who was the first city crew to smoke PCP Angel Dust? I don't know. I do know Angel Dust was present in the movie Colors. The whole time that the movie Colors was going on, Angel Dust is all through the movie. That's what they were smoking. It's one scene where the police asked the boy, what is he smoking? He said, this weed. He said, Pee-wee smoked that bullshit. He said, Pee-wee smoked that shit. And it's another scene when the little Spanish boy is dusted out of his mind. The police like, yo, don't take him and lock him up. He's going to get a criminal record. They were smoking dust the whole movie. When T-Bone was in that fucking, appliance store dancing with that fucking bunny rabbit and shit. T-Bone, he was naked. Dust. Dust. The whole movie was about dust. He said he was trying to use you as a platform to get on. He said when the house got shot up, yeah. Same thing with Smokey from Friday, yeah. They definitely was smoking that dust over there, but in the 80s it was everywhere. American Me as well. Angel dust is all throughout Fort Apache, the Bronx too. Wet is big in Staten Island. Stapleton. You know I'm doing a documentary with Shaheem. I be out there and shit. And I just kind of like picked it up just from listening. A lot of dust talk. He said Rocket was dust to Gully. I believe it. They was smoking dust before Rocket killed homie in the beginning of the movie. Yeah, his name was Robert Craig. Rocket blew him over a fence. He said, yeah, they call it Sherm on the West Coast. The Dippers in D.C. Wet was big in Harlem. J.O. Felony from San Diego called it Sherm. Sherm and Angel Dust are the same thing. Nino Brown killed a lady on New Jack City, high off that Red Devil Angel Dust. That's what he told Ice-T. I'm about to get up out of here. I know it's late. He said Shaheem was definitely on dust. Stapleton shit. Jeannie Lamp was selling dust in South Central. The Wu called it headbanger bully. Headbanger boogie. In New Jersey, you can get a dip cigarette from the corner store. You gotta watch where you buy your Lucy's. Damn. Anyway, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter at Gully TV1. Keith Murray's fried. There's not nothing left up there. I'm gonna continue to enjoy the interviews. He got the whole online community blazing hot right now. But he said West Coast started that, right? Mexicans. I don't know. He said in Philly we call it Space Jam. They call it wet. Call them thinkers in Chicago. Seem like y'all smoking that shit everywhere. I think Shaheem admitted on math. I've talked to him about smoking that shit before. That shit was popping. It was a crew in Stapleton before something posse. I can't remember their name. He said Keith ain't changed. He been like that. Scarface said he loved it. He called it fry. I'm about to get up out of here, man. About to roll up. Y'all have a good night. www.therealdribble.com. Go get your PA nip. Remember what I said. It don't matter if you didn't buy it from me. I started it and made it popular. Straight out of Pennsylvania. Holla at y'all in a minute. Peace.